Hey y'all, iRick Guy here, and I wanted to post a follow-up review for Apple Fitness Plus after riding for a few weeks now. How do I feel? Obviously I am still fat because I eat a bunch of junk, but how do I feel about Apple Fitness Plus? Is it the tool that I'm going to continue to use with my IC4, or am I going to pursue something else? So we're going to jump right in. I'm going to tell you I am sticking with Apple Fitness Plus. And actually, even though it was a good product, I've canceled my Peloton app in favor of Apple Fitness Plus. So the best thing about it is that Apple Fitness Plus, and I'm going to go through a few things in this video. One of the questions was, well, Peloton app, it can display the IC4's cadence within the Peloton app while you're cycling. And that is true. It can. And the Peloton app's awesome. The Apple Fitness Plus app, the cycling part of it, at least currently does not display cadence. But here's what you may not realize. The reason I like Apple Fitness Plus better is not just because the fact that the camera angles are more interactive. It moves around. I mean, the Peloton app, it moved around too, but the camera angles in Apple Fitness Plus, they move around, and there's also other real people in the room with your trainer. And those other real people in the room with your trainer are also trainers. So, if you use Apple Fitness Plus, you're probably going to do some rides with one trainer, some other rides with the other. So it's kind of cool. You see those real people that aren't training you for that particular session, but you may be using them as a trainer for the other session. And then that trainer that you're using now may be in the audience, not in the audience, but well, technically it would be the audience, somebody else in the cycling class, I guess I should say, while one trainer is training you. It's really cool. But the Apple Fitness Plus app, what's so cool with it, and check out my video where I show you on the screen all the visuals, but it has your activity rings for your Apple Fitness Plus. It has your heart rate. It has what's called a burn bar, which basically pits you against other other riders and tell you if you're ahead of the pack or whatever. And then it shows your estimated calories burned and your duration of the ride. But what's great about Apple Fitness Plus, especially with the IC4, and by the way, if you're looking for the IC4, expand this video's description and then click the link there, and you can find where to order the IC4, the shoes like I use, the mat, the TV, the other accessories too. So it's just perfect, in my opinion, for the IC4. And the reason being is that in Apple Fitness Plus app, when a trainer says, okay, and they'll give you, the trainer's talking to you. So they say, okay, keep your RPMs between, 70 and 100. You just look at the top row of your Schwinn IC4's computer, and it says RPMs. So there's no conversions in your head or no conversions with a chart. If you've used the Peloton app with the IC4, which is also an awesome experience, you've probably found that the trainers in the Peloton app say resistance level. So, a trainer in Peloton app may say, 30 resistance, but because it's the IC4, it's not a 1-for-1. You've got to convert Peloton resistance, so they say in the app, to the IC4 equivalent. It's not difficult. There's a lot of charts online you can print out, easy to memorize. You can put it in front of your bike on the wall, reference it in real time as needed, but eventually you'll probably memorize it. Not a problem. But it is an additional thing that you've got to train your brain on. Whereas with Apple Fitness Plus app, they say 75 to 100 resistance. Well, just look at your top bar there. It says let me step back. Apple Fitness Plus app would say 75 to 100 RPM. So with Apple Fitness Plus, you just look at the top row and it's RPM. So you keep it between 75 and 100. There's no calculations in your head or anything. You just look at the little bar. It's that easy. When people are going to say, well, don't you miss not having the cadence in Apple Fitness Plus app because, Peloton app pulls the cadence from the bike? That is true. The Peloton app does pull the cadence from the IC4. But what you may not realize, and correct me if I'm wrong with this statement, because I could be, I've researched it, A lot of people have said this is the case. I've been told that RPM, which this displays RPM, Apple Fitness Plus cycling instructors reference RPM, but I've been told that RPM is allegedly the same thing as cadence. So if that's the case, even though this says RPM on the top bar, it could also say cadence and mean the same thing. So there's nothing being lost here. You know, Apple Fitness Plus for me, and again, both are great apps. You know, Peloton app is great. Apple Fitness Plus is great. Both are great apps, but I've chosen to stick with Apple Fitness Plus. I like it more. Again, the camera angles. I like how it moves around a little bit more. I like how there's other real people in your class with you, in your cycling class. So you actually feel like you're in a, you know, a cycling class at the gym. So it's a more engaging experience. I also like the fact that it's tightly married with my Apple Watch, my Apple TV 4K. You know, it's a device, it's a bike agnostic experience. You know, yeah, that's great. I'm using the Swin IC4, but with the Peloton app, you know, because if you're using a Peloton app instead of a Peloton branded bike, there's certain things you don't get with like the leaderboards and that sort of stuff. Well, that didn't bother me. I didn't care about that kind of stuff, but it's worth mentioning that. Whereas with Apple Fitness Plus, regardless of whether I was using brand A, B, or C, which I highly recommend this IC4, it's a very smooth bike. Check out my video playlist full of IC4 videos and see for yourself how awesome this is. But if you were using a different brand of bike, Apple Fitness Plus wouldn't really care. So that's one of the cool, I just powered on my Apple TV 4K. And that's funny, I love how it says, you know, who's working out. That brings up another interesting thing. It's like it read my mind. That brings up another interesting thing, that if you have multiple people in your household, like my wife, she's got an Apple Watch. She gets in here, she just picks her name, and boom, she goes. So it's easy to have multiple members of a household using the Apple Fitness Plus app. And again, I don't quote prices, but the pricing, at least currently, especially if you're using like a family plan, for Apple Fitness Plus, it's a no-brainer. It's such a better deal, in my opinion, financially. And then also, you know, like Peloton app and Apple Fitness Plus app, there's a lot more than just indoor cycling. So, you know, ultimately, Apple Fitness Plus is something that, you know, at the time of filming this video, there's still that virus going around, so I don't want to be in a tight space, you know, in a small gym. But once this virus goes away, you know, going to the gym, using the rowing machines there, using the treadmills there, even using the bikes there, and being able to use Apple Fitness Plus in conjunction with that equipment is going to be cool. Again, Apple Fitness Plus is such a device or a gym equipment agnostic experience. It's a really good thing. So I haven't had any complaints. I'm trying to think of anything negative that I would say. I mean, I don't have anything negative to say about Apple Fitness Plus. One thing that I would do if I was the Apple Fitness Plus developers is I might consider adding a second format. You know, they've got the Apple Cycling or Cycle, whatever they call it. But I would consider adding a second format of that to where it's like a virtual ride. You know, where you're outdoors and it's like you're riding down an actual road, but have the Apple Watch data in there, just like they do with the, you know, with the in-gym style workouts. That would just be a way to freshen it up. So you could feel like, okay, well, you know, I want to do a virtual ride outdoors using Apple Fitness Plus, or I want to do a virtual gym type class using Apple Fitness Plus. Again, I don't know if people would be interested in that other type of experience, but it's, you know, it's something that I wanted to throw out in case Apple developers are watching this. You know, I think it would add a, you know, a second way for people to enjoy Apple Fitness Plus with their indoor exercise bike. So, I mean, I've been thrilled. Again, I am still fat. I acknowledge that. I just eat so much junk. And I mean, that's my choice. And if I, you know, like I said, if I said in other videos, I put 4 fingers in my pants. And if I can't fit all 4 fingers in my pants, I'm getting too fat. So if that happens, I just binge eat tuna and drink water and drop pounds rapidly. And then I, you know, wash, rinse, repeat. You know, get thin and then, and then I can, start eating junk again and start getting too fat. I just throttle back and do that tuna thing again. And the main thing is, though, working out is so important. And indoor cycling is not the only type of working out I do. I'm a big backpacker. When I'm not backpacking, I'm hiking. I do jogging and walking outdoors. I don't ride bikes outdoors because I got hit by a car that was texting while driving. And, and also had a bad wreck outside riding. I had clipless pedals on, broke every bone in my right hand and my chin. It was nasty. So, that's cycling's the only activity that I no longer do outdoors. But it's great being able to enjoy the cycling experience, the cycling feel indoors without texting while driving, people driving around. If somebody's driving through my studio, I got a problem. So yeah, it's just a great experience. I highly recommend Apple Fitness Plus. And again, if you're considering getting Apple Fitness Plus, you need to have a good bike. Expand this video's description and then click the link there. You can find the IC4 like I use, the mat like I use, the shoes like I use, the smart TV, everything. You can find it linked within this video's description. So I appreciate your viewership, your questions. Speaking of questions, keep those questions coming. Do you have any questions or comments? Comment below. Got a question? Ask below and I'll try to respond within a future video. And check out all my existing Schwinn IC4 videos and Apple Fitness Plus videos. I got a playlist for each. And most importantly, don't forget to subscribe and ring that bell icon when you do, and that'll notify you whenever I post another video. Thanks for your viewership and best of luck with your fitness goals. Burn that fat, and get back in shape. Y'all have a good day. Hey y'all, Captain IRIX Guy here. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to subscribe. It's youtube.com/IRIX Guy. And ring that bell icon when you do to be notified whenever I post another video. Thanks for your viewership and y'all have a good day.